Ayaw. Ayan. Share lang po ako ng screen ko para makapag-start na tayo, no? I hope clear po sa inyo yung screen natin ngayon. So we are going to start with euro. So kung papansinin po ninyo, gaya ng lagi nating sinasabi, I'll just check. Gaya ng lagi nating sinasabi, when you are preparing for your trading plan, you always identify the market structure. Kasi yun po ang pinakaunang gagawin mo pagka ikaw ay gumagawa ng trading plan. So first step is identify market structure. So ano po ang market structure natin? Ang market structure, ang tatanungin lang sa sarili mo dito ay, you will just try to answer kung is it up or down or sideways. Yan lang po ang tatanungin nyo sa sarili nyo pagka kayo ay tumitingin ng market structure. So kung titingnan po natin itong chart ngayon, from the 4-hour chart, you will realize that it is going up. Ngayon, ang next question mo, nagbago na ba o hindi pa? Up pa rin ba o nagbago na? When I say nagbago na, nagkakaroon na ba nagpapakita na ba ng pagbabago ang chart mo? When we say pagbabago, kasi 'di ba ito ay series of increasing highs and series of increasing lows, kaya natin nasasabi na uptrend siya. Ngayon, nagbabago yan pagka nagkaroon ka na nag-break ang series of increasing highs mo. Ibig sabihin dito, wala nang new high. Imbes na new high, lower high na siya. That is the first signal. Ngayon, pagka nagkaroon ka ng lower high tapos meron kang lower low, what do we mean by that? Ganito po ang itsura ng nagbabago na ang trend ng market. Halimbawa po ano lang ito ha, I'm just trying to show you an example. Halimbawa ito. This will be a better example. Yan. Ito po, halimbawa. Ito ay pababa, di ba? Masasabi natin na nagbabago na, nag-umpisang magpakita ng pagbabago ang market nung ito yung previous high mo, di ba? Nung tinamaan ng nag-break ang market ng previous high mo, the first time, and then yung low mo hindi na nag-break ng previous low. Doon po na-confirm yung pagbabago ng market. Nung second time na na-break yung previous high mo, that was the time that the market has manifested itself as it is changing direction. So that is the first high na break niya, this is the second high na break niya. Nung nagkaroon ng break, second break sa high mo, doon nagkaroon ng change sa iyong market structure. So yun po yung sinasabi ko, no? Pahapyaw lang po na discussion yan regarding market structure. So should you decide to learn more, yun po yung lagi naming sinasabi, yung mga lessons, advanced lessons na binibigay namin dito, libre po. Sa mga ibang houses, you pay them for $800 or I think you pay much more than that, no? Some are even asking 300,000, parang nahulog ako sa upuan ko. So ito po yung ito yung market structure natin. So titingnan natin, wala pa ring nagbabago sa market structure natin. Patuloy pa rin ang higher high, higher low po natin. So saan po tayo pwedeng pumasok dito? So if you are going to look at this now, since this is 4 hour, if you want to refine your analysis, you go to the smaller time frame based on a factor of 4 to 6. So kung galing ka sa 4 hours, pag titingin ka ng lower time frame, you go to your hourly. Kasi factor of 4 to 6, di ba? So 4 hours divided by 4, you have hourly. 4 hours divided by 6, wala ka namang makukuhang 1.5 or how many hours is that? 0.75 or whatever. So ang mga choices mo lang naman, you try to fit these choices based on a factor of 4 to 6. Yun lang po ang ibig kong sabihin dito sa mga charts po natin. So you try to look for a smaller time frame na magbibigay sa'yo ng area of value. So what are our areas of value? It could be this one, it could be the moving average. Ito pong green na to is the moving average yan. EMA 26 po yan. Itong red na to is the EMA 50. Itong purple na to is the EMA 200. So this can be your areas of value. Another area of value can be your previous resistance or previous support, which can now act as your support area. Kasi resistance po siya dati dito, pwede po siyang maging support dito. So since ganito po yung action ng ating ngayon, it is coming from a consolidation, and meron po tayong principle sa technical analysis that if the market is consolidating, most likely when it breaks out from the consolidation, that the 26-day or the 20-day moving average is going to carry it out of the consolidation. So ano pong ibig sabihin nun? We can put a buying at our 26-day moving average. So kung dyan po tayo magbabuy, yan po ay nasa 23.14. Yan, 23.13 lang yung nailagay ko dyan, no? Nagka-typo lang po. So we buy at 24.14, 23.14. Ang target po natin is 24.20. So ang cut loss po natin is 22.72. Ang 24.20 po ay galing yan sa ang 24.20 ay galing sa excuse lang. If you are going to study yung ano natin, no, yung ating yung target ng ano natin, ng inverse head and shoulder natin, kasi this is the inverse head and shoulder, nag-break out siya. So ang target po niya ay ito. Yan po ang target niya. So yung target niya na yan na 24.20, intact pa ba? Intact pa naman po kasi wala pa namang nasisira sa market structure mo, higher high, higher low pa rin. So it will probably still go up to this level, 24.20. Kayo, nung nag-correct siya, initially, this is the best price level for you to buy kasi it breaks out and then it corrects. Unfortunately, nag-overshoot yung kanyang correction, So yung correction niya nag-overshoot, but if you are to get if you are to get your ATR here, ang ATR mo dito is 20. So 20 times 2 is 40. If you subtract 40 from 2310, or from what level is this? 2293 less 40 is 2253. So kung ang low mo po dito ay 2265, ang cut-off mo would have been 2253, which is somewhere here. So gahibla na lang ng buhok, na-cut loss ka bago umakyat. But still, if you follow the rule of ATR, hindi ka na-cut loss dito, buhay ka pa ngayon at kumikita pa yung trading mo. Kasi what you always try to understand is, what you should always try to implement in your trading plan is yung inclusion ng ATR mo sa pagko-compute ng cut loss mo. Pero kung masyadong malaki ang ATR mo, you can always adjust yung lot size mo. By adjusting your lot size, you are able to adjust or minimize the losses that you may incur in terms of money value. Ano po? Yung cut loss mo, let's say if it's 50 pips, you may turn its money value into $25 lang or $20 or $10 po. Pwede nyo pong gawin yun by computing the lot size of your trade. So mabalik tayo sa ating market briefing. Ito po yung ating target na buying price ngayon is 23, ay sorry, no, it's 23.31 pala. Naduling po ako. It's 23.31, hindi po 23.14. 23.14. Ayan, naduduling na po ako, sorry ho. So 23.14 po ang ating buying. Ito na-explain ko na sa inyo, no? Galing yan sa measuring implication yan ng ating inverse head and shoulder. Tapos ang ating cut loss naman is 42 pips based on the ATR or average true range of your hourly chart. So yung ATR po natin now is doing at 20. So you multiply that by 2, it becomes 40. So yung subtract it from your buying kasi buying ka kaya ka magsusubtract. So ang cut loss mo ngayon ay na-compute mo nagiging 22.72 from a buying of 23.14. So yan po ang ating recommendation sa euro. Pagdating naman sa USD JPY, kung nahihiya po kayong magtanong, if you are shy or if you are hesitant to ask questions by saying it or interrupting me, you may type it sa chat po natin. Tinitingnan ko naman po all the time kung meron pong mga tanong sa chat po natin. If something is not clear with you, don't hesitate to ask po. Kaya po tayo nagla-live ng ating market briefing para makapagtanong po kayo ng mga gusto po ninyong tanungin. Yun po naman ang yun naman po ang ating dito. Aim natin kung yung gold po ma'am is mamaya po. Iisa-isahin po natin. We will come to gold po. Euro muna tayo ngayon and then we will do Japanese yen and then we will progress to gold within the hour. Yan po. So ang USD JPY natin ngayon, kung titingnan natin ay nag-break na. Saan nag-break? Nag-break na dito sa trend line na ito. Ito po, itong trend line na ito. Let's just erase lang natin to. Itong trend line ang sinasabi ko na nag-break ng Japanese yen. This is a downtrend line. And you have a breakout from this trend line. Ngayon, saan galing itong linyang ito? Allow me to just shift it to 4 hours. Tapos, ayan. So, since nag-break na siya, ang rule dyan is you only get the farthest distance from the trend line and you project it from the point of breakout. So, dito po tayo nag-breakout. Ano po? So, dito po ang magiging target ng Japanese yen natin. It may move up to 103.65 for today. So, yung 103.65 po natin, ito po yun. 103, target profit niya is 103.65. Yan. Excuse me. So, it's 103.65. So, ang entry level po natin is 102.97. Saan po ba galing yung 102.97? Ang 102.97 ay galing yan dito sa, di ba sinasabi natin lagi na pagka ang characteristic kasi ng presyo is pag nag-break sa isang trend line yan, binabalikan niya. So for you as a trader, the best practice is enter the market upon the first correction after the breakout from the consolidation or from the price pattern or from the trend line. Ano po? So ito yung first na correction mo after the breakout. So dito ka dapat nag-abang. So yung abang mo ng presyo dito is 10, the trend line value here is 102.94 or 93. Ayan po. So dapat ang buying po natin dito is 102.94. So ang target mo is 102.65, 103.65. Ang cut loss mo is 102.68 because ang hourly ATR mo ngayon, if you go to your Japanese yen hourly, ang ATR mo po ngayon, ang ATR is average true range. We teach that in our advanced lessons kung paano gamitin discussion ng conceptual framework ng average true range, ng RSI, ng MACD, ng stochastics, anything that you would want to learn about momentum indicators, we teach that in our advanced classes. But for you to attend our advanced classes, ang hinihingi lang po namin is dapat po funded po yung account po ninyo. Kasi we only give free po yung lessons na binibigay namin doon. Walang additional na bayad. Hindi po kami nagpapabayad ng mga lessons na binibigay namin kasi if ang ano po namin, ang mantra po namin, if we are really trying to help you out in understanding the movement of the market, we should give it for free. Hindi yung magbibigay pa kami ng balakid na magpapabayad pa sa inyo ng $800 or ng 300,000, ano po? May mga ganun kasi. So, ang ano po natin dito sa Japanese yen, ang entry level po natin ang entry price po natin doon is the low price, is the trend line here, which is 102.97. Tapos ang ATR natin dito, if you look at the lowest entry of your window, information window ng chart natin, if you look at your lower left corner ng screen mo, makikita mo sa pinakamababang entry doon, merong ATR 20. So yung ATR 20 po doon, ang nakalagay, 0.133. In Japanese yen, that translates to 13.3. Bakit 13.3? Kasi ang Japanese yen, 2 decimal place lang ang merong significance. Kaya nagiging 13.3 yan. So 13 times 13 is 2. So it become, 13 times 2 is 26, sorry. 13 times 2 is 26, kaya po yan naging less 26 pips. Yan. So sa ating isusubtract lang natin yan sa buying kasi buying po tayo. Subtract it and we are able to get yung ating cut loss level. So yung cut loss price po natin is 102.68. Kaya po yan, naging ganyan po ang ating recommendation sa Japanese yen. Now moving on sa ating GBP-USD, ang GBP-USD naman, nakailang araw na nating sinasabi ito sa GBP-USD, ano? Na ano po ba ang sinasabi ng GBP-USD natin? Ay, sorry. Ang GBP-USD natin, ang target natin few days ago was this one because of the application of the corrective fund. Ito yung tatargeting niya. So, most likely, nagpapakita na nga rin po siya ng pagpunta niya dito. So, ngayon, ang concern natin ngayon is saan papunta ang market? So, kung titingnan natin itong mga pink na to, itong mga pink na lines na yan, those are the possible correction levels. Those are the Fibonacci correction levels based on the price movement. Kasi kung if you are trying to get the correction from price of here up to here, dapat ito ang sinusukat mo. Kasi yung galaw ng presyo mula dito hanggang dito, ang gusto mong makita ang possible correction niya. So dito, nung ginawa mo yan, nag-plot ka ng Fibonacci line dyan, so ito ngayon, nataon siya dito. So nung nataon siya sa 61.8%, nung nataon siya sa 61.8%, nagkaroon ng reversal. So yung reversal mo dito, ngayon ay nagko-confirm sa'yo na ito nga ay bababa po ulit. Ano po? Although right now, medyo it somewhat sort of hit a snag because it just hit the 200-day moving average. So natural po na movement ng presyo yan. Every time it hits the 200-day moving average, it pulls back or it tries to correct and then it resumes its movement again. I'll just see kung merong question po. Pwede po. Itong mga po natin, ang MT4 po, I think meron po ba o wala? Ang alam ko meron ding moving average yan eh. Yung MT4 natin,
meron, sir.
Yun po, meron daw po. So, meron. Tingnan nyo lang po sa mga yung sa mga yung mga signals natin, trend following signals, ang moving average po nandun din po 'yan. Makikita nyo din po sa sa ating MT4 platform. Ayan, so kung wala na pong kung wala ang British pound, ang tina-target pa rin niya ay yun pa rin dati. Yung dati na target niya na it may target this one, ito yung completion ng kanyang rounding top formation. Ano po? Because this is now a rounding top formation. Yan. So, incorporating your corrective fan principle in your rounding top, you will be able to assume or predict with some degree of confidence na ito nga rin talaga ang pupuntahan niya. So itong level na to, itong low na to, what is the low here? The low price here is 1.3492. So yun pa rin po ang target ng British pound at this current price level. So ang entry price po dapat natin kanina, yan, an hour ago, ay ito po kasi nung an hour ago, ginagawa ko pa lang yung recommendation. Kaya po dito po ako pumasok? Because this is a reversal signal. It is a reversal signal happening just right after hitting an area of value. Kasi yung next po na natin dito is identify areas of value. Your area of value may be your trend lines, it may be your moving averages, kahit na anong gusto nyong moving average, simple moving average, double exponential moving average, kung ano-ano pang moving average ang pwede nyong gamitin, no? Retracements, Fibo, retracement, and extension.
Hello po. Yeah.
Or pwede ka rin gumamit ng pivot point or yan yung mga pwede mong
upcord. Mag-download ka upcord.
Support and resistance. SNR, yan. Support and resistance. So yan po yung mga area of values natin. Yung mga areas of value na sinasabi po natin sa chart natin. Kasi it is important that you learn how to identify your area of value. Doon mo po kasi ibe-base ang iyong entry, exit, and take profit.
Hello.
So yung mga concept niyan, tinuturo din po natin yan every Saturdays. We hold special classes for that po.
Busy ko na trabaho.
So ang natin, nasagot na natin kung saan tayo papasok. Dito po tayo papasok kasi pagka-close po nitong presyo dito, pagka-close po niya, pagka-open po nitong next, that would have been a good entry level. So ang opening po nito ay ang opening price niyan ay 36.23. So ang selling mo dapat dito is 36.23. Tapos 34.92, yun pa rin yung target ng rounding top mo. Tapos 36.83 ang iyong cut loss because 60 pips ang iyong ATR or 60 pips ang cut loss mo based on the ATR using a factor of 2. So kung wala na pong katanungan dyan, tayo po ngayon, okay po. Yung dito po sa ginagamit natin, depende po kung ano ang mapagtripan ng system na i-assign. You can assign colors actually. So ito po ay EMA 26, ito po ay EMA 50, ito po ay EMA 200. Yung green po is EMA 26, yung red po is EMA 50, tsaka yung purple is EMA 200. Yan po. So kung wala na pong katanungan sa British Pound, tayo po ay dadako roon sa AUD USD or the Aussie dollar pair. Ang Aussie dollar pair naman ay wala pa ring humpay ang kanyang pagtaas. Kung papansinin niyo yung market structure niyo, ano po? Tama po. So wala pa ring humpay sa pag-akyat ang iyong Aussie dollar against the US dollar. So kung saan ka ngayon papasok? So ang potential entry level mo dito ay ang potential entry price mo dito ay ang moving average mo na 26-day moving average. Once it hits this moving average here, that could be a potential entry price for you. Or if you want, you can choose this one as a potential entry price. Ito po. Yan. Kasi this is a previous high or previous low. So ito po ngayon, nakita mo naman nag-ano siya dito, nag-support siya dito, nag-pay respect siya dito, nag-overshoot siya dito, but then it paid respect to the 26-day moving average. So more or less, no, the 26-day moving average is going to hold here. Yan, kasi ang tendency po niyan habang pagka lumalapit na po ang presyo sa moving average mo, ibig sabihin nag-i-slow down na siya. Pagka lumalayo siya sa 26-day moving average mo, ibig sabihin malakas pa rin ang momentum niyang umakyat. So there is a possibility that it will hit this moving average within the day, and that should serve as a good entry level or entry price for buying. Kasi lalong-lalo na kung matataon yan dito sa presyo dito, ang presyong yan po ay sandali lang, 77.99, 95, 77.79 or 77.80. So ilalagay po natin dito, ang buying natin is 77.84, which is now your moving average 26. Yan po ay ang EMA 26 po yan. Hourly, no po? Ang target mo is 78.35. Saan po galing ang 78.35? Kasi kung papansinin po ninyo, ang 78.35 ay galing po dito yan. Kung susukatin nyo ito, bakit yan ang sinukat natin? Kasi ito po ay price pattern formation. Itong price pattern formation na ito, ang tawag dito is broadening formation. So yung broadening formation po na yan, ay, bakit lipat ko lang, no? Or erase na lang. Yan, so freehand. Ay. Yan. So this is the broadening formation. Ito at saka ito. As opposed to a triangle, ang triangle, di ba, nagko-converge, ito naman nagda-diverge. So pagka meron kang price pattern na ganyan, tapos nag-breakout po siya, susukatin mo lang yung pinakamalayong touch point doon sa ano mo before the breakout, yun po ang magiging target mo. So yung target natin dito, it still remains at 78.30, 78.37 or 78.38, ano po. So again, kung just to show you, sabi natin, pagka nagbe-break sa isang price pattern, ang pinakamagandang paraan dyan ay wait for it to correct. Wait for the correction, the first correction after the breakout, saka mo salangan, dito ka ngayon magsasalang, so umakyat yung presyo, dapat sana dito kumita ka. Kasi pinag-aaralan na natin ito at ilang beses kung inuulit-ulit ito sa mga klase ko every Saturdays, na ganito ang ginagawa ng presyo, ganito ang ginagawa ng presyo. So dapat po sana alam nyo na to, no po? I am assuming that everybody who comes here will be attending the Saturday classes that we have. So ito po, ang ano natin, ang target natin is 78.39 pa rin. Since hindi pa rin yan nararating, we are still expecting na it will still target it within the next few hours or at least a few days. Yan po. So ang cut loss mo ay, since ang ATR mo is 17.5, nagiging 35 na yan. 17 times 2 is 34, plus 1 is 35. So ang ano po niya, cut loss niya is 77.49. So kung wala na pong katanungan sa Australian dollar, we can now move on sa ating gold. So ito po yung pwedeng puntahan po ng gold po ngayon. Yan. Ano po ba ang ginagalaw ng gold ngayon? So ang gold po ay nakita naman natin, no, na pababa siya. Kasi bakit siya pababa? Again, it is completing the square or completing the rounding top. Yan. So if you apply again your corrective fan, pagka-apply mo ng corrective fan, you would have known at this point, kasi ang low mo dito, what you will consider as your low here is good. This could be your low. Ito po, yung low po, itong gap na to, yan yung pwede mong low. So this is the first wave. Bakit yan ang kino-consider kong first wave? I discussed that in my Saturday lessons po. Ito yung second wave po natin at ito po yung third wave po natin. So dito pa lang, masasabi mo na dapat na ang presyo ay pupunta dito. And it was confirmed, lalong-lalo na nung nagkaganito ang presyo, nakita mo yan. So, yan. Marami pong mga opportunities dito ng trading dito sa mga ginagawa nating linya, and I teach that in my Saturday classes. Ano po, if you want to learn more. Anuhan lang po. We just have to fund yung mga accounts po natin. So dito po ito yung target niya, the ultimate target. But before we can say that it will target this, ito muna. Kasi ito ang unang nagpakita, this is a support now area because it was once a resistance level. It has acted as a support now. So before we assume that it will break, we have to take precaution tuwing dumadating ang presyo dito, kasi nakita mo naman dito nung dumadating siya dito, malakas ang sipa ng market pabalik. So if you are going to take profit dito, medyo maglagay ka na lang ng take profit level mo kasi baka biglang bumalik ang presyo. So if you sold at this area, if you sold here, dito, dapat dito ka nakapag-sell. Kasi bakit dyan ka nakapag-sell? Kasi po, obviously, this one. Ang area of value natin dyan ay ito po, di po ba? Yan kasi it is a previous high or low. It can be a support or a tamang-tama. Nung nagpakita siya dyan, why bakit kailangan, nung nakita mo ito, it would have prompted you that it is a reversal signal. Ang tawag po dito ay piercing engulfing pattern. I know it's not an engulfing pattern kasi hindi siya sobra. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan, pero ang ano kasi diyan, mas maliit siya. It's not engulfing but it is dark cloud cover. Ayun po. So it is a dark cloud cover. So ito po ay ng pagbaba ng market. So kung makikita mo yan prior to your area of value, if you see this appearing near your area of value, it is most likely to be a reversal formation. So you could have put a selling here. Kaya po tayo, ang nire-recommend po natin is selling at 1922.57. Ngayon, if you cannot make up your mind here, it's okay. You go to a smaller time frame, which is the 15 minutes, and try to identify your area of value there, kung saan ka pwedeng mag-sell. So dito, pwede ka sanang mag-sell dito. Kasi, if you are going to take into consideration this, ito lang. If you are going to take this into consideration, itong formation na ito, ang tawag dito ay double top. So ang neckline mo dito ay ito. The common law for both tops is this one. So ang susukatin mo dito, well, I leave that open na lang. Basta ang may susukatin ka dyan, tapos you project it from the point of breakout, and then that is going to be your target profit or target price. So ang target price mo is 1909 something, Pero yung 1909 something mo, since yan yung initial price objective mo, it may very well extend up to this 1900 level. Again, based on ATR yan, kasi ang ATR mo sa daily mo ay ang ATR mo sa daily mo is $26. So it moves at an average of about $26 a day. So kung yung mga ano po dito, kung hindi nyo po nasusundan, it's okay that you ask questions, but I am assuming that lahat po kasi ng sumasali sa atin dito nakakapag-attend po ng Saturday classes natin or na nakakapag-attend ng advanced topics po natin, because we cannot devote our time here. This is market briefing. I am expecting that everybody knows what I'm talking about. So when I say ATR, alam nyo na kung ano ang ATR. When I speak about moving average, alam nyo kung ano ang mga concept behind the movement of moving average. You know how a moving average works and you know where to apply. Under what circumstance should you apply a trend following signal or a momentum signal. So huwag kang mag-RSI or huwag kang mag-stochastics kung nakikita mong nagte-trend ang market, kasi hindi po yan ang tamang gamitin. Napaghahalata na hindi mo alam yung ginagawa mo pagka yun ang gagawin mo. So yung natin, yung target natin sa gold natin is 1922 ang selling, ang target natin is 1900. Ang cut loss natin is 1940 because we have 18 pips for your ATR. Ang hourly ATR mo kasi dito ay 9. Yan, so 9.12. So if you multiply 9 times 2, that's 18. So kung wala na pong katanungan dyan, we can now move on sa ating economic indicators. So yung economic indicators po natin ay wala pa. So let's just try to search it. So ang economic calendar for today, which is Thursday, nandyan ang jobless claims sa US. Let's see kung ano yung mga pula. So sa European Union, marami pong pula mamaya. Yung retail sales po natin, this is the movement from your increase or decrease in the retail sales of select retailers in the European Union area. Tapos ito, consumer price index is an inflation following indicator. Yan, meron tayong year on year. These are preliminary readings, ano, kaya importante po ito, hindi pa ito adjusted for inflation. When they say preliminary, ibig sabihin hindi pa adjusted for inflation yan. So tapos sa US naman, merong ISM Services PMI. So itong PMI na to, services, basta ang tinitingnan dito above 50, maganda sa dollar. Pagka lower than 50, it's bad for the dollar. Let's just check kung tama po yung benchmark natin. Ayan, ano po, a result above 50 is positive for the USD. Lower than 50 is bad for the dollar. And then meron din tayong jobless claims. Alam ko merong jobless claims eh. Yan, initial jobless claims. Usually nagre-react ang market dyan. So pero wala silang expected kasi because of the long holiday that 4 week ito eh.
Pag matapos na 100% yan.
Pero wala pong nakalagay na ano ngayon dyan, ano, na usually kasi ang alam ko dito weekly ito. Weekly na data ito. Ewan ko kung bakit ngayon 4 week ang nakalagay. So, yan, ang previous nila is 836. So, hindi naman siya nakalagay na pula. So, it's not expected to have that great impact sa market. Pero dati po, pula po yan. So, nagbabago-bago yan depending on the market condition right now. If the market is in contraction, expansion, distribution, or accumulation. Ano po? So, dyan po nagbabago-bago yung pananaw ng market sa mga market indicators na yan. So, kung wala na pong question tungkol dyan, that completes yung ating morning briefing po ngayon. So, thank you po sa pagsama po sa atin and hope to see you all again tomorrow po.